Tonight, the province is pledging to spend less on private nurses, and a shipwreck on the southwest coast will stay where it is for now.
This is CBC Here and Now.
Good evening and welcome to Here and Now. I'm Heather Gillis. The Provincial Health Authority says it is working to spend less on private nurses. This after documents obtained by CBC show government spending jumped from $18 million in 2022 to $90 million last year. NL Health Services says the sudden spike is from expanding mental health and cardiac care, along with creating family and urgent care teams. The number of private travel nurses working in the province peaked in February at 385. The health authority says the number has been dropping since then.
In February 2024, we hit that, what we've been calling the high water mark. And we put in a robust plan that had started really in April of this year to ensure that we're bringing that number down. And our goal is to have that number at pre-pandemic levels within 2 years.
In other news, animal rights advocates want to see stronger protection laws. This is in the wake of the death of 19 dogs. An Ontario man living near Whitburn is facing more than a dozen animal cruelty charges. Police were investigating a report of a gun being fired on Monday when they found dead animals along with 2 dogs that required care. The head of Rescue NL wants anyone charged with animal cruelty to be banned from owning an animal until their name is cleared.
Any animal, actually, yeah. I think that should be put in place like immediately. And I mean, today, tomorrow, not down the road, because it's, when someone can walk out of court that has all these convictions, or not convictions, charges, because you don't even have to be convicted, you should, if you're charged and you can walk out of court the same day and go get another animal, that doesn't sit right. There's something wrong with that.
A bid to buy the Wabush mine has been approved by an Ontario court. There could be a sale by the end of this month. That's according to the company's spokesperson. Tacora Resources owns the Scully mine in Western Labrador. A sale would mean the end of creditor protection, which the company obtained from the Ontario Superior Court back in the fall. It blamed a volatile market, forest fires, and unplanned maintenance for the mine's dire financial situation. The bid is led by Boston-based firm Mill Street Capital Management, which previously squashed an attempt to sell the mine. Wabush's mayor tells CBC that his town council is now feeling optimistic about the mine's future. Staying with energy news, another wind to hydrogen project is undergoing environmental assessment. Pattern Energy is proposing a 46-turbine wind farm in the Placentia area and a hydrogen to ammonia production facility in the port of Argentia. Pattern is the first Canadian company of its kind to break into the European market. Back in June, it reportedly signed a letter of intent with a German company to purchase all the product coming from its Argentia site. The public will have until September the 5th to weigh in. Meanwhile, the minister's decision is due by September 15th.
We left Labrador City in a hurry and divided, but we came back, one Labrador, and we brought everybody together and we got it done. So thank you, everybody, and all the essential workers who made this happen. It's very important.
Well, this was the scene in Western Labrador yesterday. Much different than a few weeks ago when wildfires forced the evacuation of Labrador City. It's a welcome home barbecue celebrating everyone's return back to town. They're also celebrating because residents still had homes to return to. The event was a thank you for essential workers who protected the town and coordinated the evacuation. And parts of a shipwreck that washed ashore in Cape Ray are scattered around that southwest coast community, and that's where they're going to remain for now. The mystery vessel washed up on the beach in January, and the community wants to use it to put Cape Ray on the map. Here and Now's Colleen Connors explains why the project, though, has come to a halt.
Waves, sand, and chunks of a ship, likely from the 1800s. Cape Ray shipwreck soaks up the sun today. It came out of the water in April. It was too long and too heavy to get out of the water, so crews cut a few pieces. And this is where the rest has to stay, for now. Because this is where the piping plover, a rare bird, needs protecting and can't be disturbed during this time of year.
We had to stop our progress, but now hopefully it will be started up again soon, probably in September.
That progress for Osmond is to show off this now famous salty, splitting shipwreck. Osmond says people drive down the rough dirt road daily to check it out. The vessel washed ashore in January and captured people's imaginations. The discovery has been covered by the BBC and the New York Times, to name a few. The town wants to display it, put signs up to mark it. But everyone is still waiting on information. An update from the provincial government on samples collected by provincial archaeologists in early February to give a name and date to this mystery vessel. When crews pulled it out of the ocean in April, they did learn one thing about this massive ship. Only part of it is here.
But when they sized it up, it looks like there's only 1/4 of the vessel that was there. So it was 1/2 of one side. So the rest of the ship is buried somewhere.
People now wonder whether other parts of the ship will eventually wash up here. In the meantime, Osmond has a plan to use $10,000 of the fundraised money to develop proper signage and displays for the wreck. And put it here at the Cape Ray Lighthouse site, which attracts up to 50 people a day in the summer. Some of the boat is already here, basking in the sun.
We're in the process now of finding a person to do the signage for us and have everything on display. Hopefully by next summer we'll have something to really talk about.
Osmond believes a proper display with background and dates will attract a lot of tourists to her small community. Osmond says she would like to see parts of that shipwreck and all its signage on display right here at the lighthouse site. So when people come up over the hill, it's the very first thing they see. Now that signage with all the history and the story behind the shipwreck, that won't be available this summer, but she hopes that all of it will be ready for the next tourist season. Colleen Connors, CBC News, Cape Ray.
It's a small, unassuming object, but it was right there at two of the biggest moments in our province's history. It's the inkstand that Joey Smallwood used to sign Newfoundland and Labrador into Confederation. And now it's on display at the Colonial Building in St. John's.
It's an inkstand, and this particular inkstand has a long history with the province and with the Dominion beforehand and the colony before that. It's not overly fancy. It's you'd almost ignore it or walk right by it if you saw it in an exhibit, but the story behind it, it has such a story with our province. My name is Carrie Button. I'm an Historic Sites Officer with Provincial Historic Sites. We're in the Colonial Building. This is the seat of government for Newfoundland and Labrador from 1850 to 1959. So our history with Confederation and our Confederation story actually goes way back to 1864 when the first Confederation conferences were happening. Newfoundland sent a delegation and they did sign the articles that were agreed upon at that 1864 Quebec conference.
The people of the new Canadian province of Newfoundland.
It came full circle on December 11th, 1948, when the Articles of the Terms of Union were signed in Ottawa using the same inkstand.
In becoming a province of Canada, you in Newfoundland will not lose your own identity, of which you are so justly proud.
Confederation and the whole debate around it still resonates. Even going back to 1864, when this little object was first used, Confederation with Canada was a big issue. It was a divisive issue, and it has been throughout our history. And I think even 75 years after the fact, I think there's still really strong opinions. If you talk to family members or friends, there are really strong opinions still out there about Newfoundland and Labrador becoming a part of Canada. We thought it would be a great addition to our temporary exhibition for Confederation to commemorate the 75th anniversary, as it is such a special piece.
standing on top of the Verafin building. It's for a good cause. We're going to tell you about it coming up on Here and Now. Okay, let's go do something scary. So there are two things that I don't like, and one is putting my head underwater, and the second is like, you know, really high heights. Yeah. SpiderMan, what are you doing here?
Well, normally, I'm in New York City, but I figured I would come out today to, celebrate the Special Olympics and help them raise money for, the trips they got coming up and all the activities they got going. So I figured I'd come show everyone how to rappel down the side of a building.
And I know you're pretty used to like going over really tall buildings and stuff, but do you get scared?
Everyone gets scared, even SpiderMan.
SpiderMan. Don't look down. Okay, I am hanging off the top of the Verafin building. and it's for a good cause, a very special one.
So this is Over the Edge, which Verafin was so lovely, and they gave us their use of the building. So we're repelling 44 stories, and all the proceeds from this event will be raised for the Summer Games taking place in 2025. When they ask you up there to lean back, that's the moment. That's the moment, and don't look down.
Ah, there we go. Are you gonna go over the top, Megan?
No,
Why not?
because I'm kind of nervous.
And just one more note about the Special Olympics there. Their Over the Edge fundraiser. They had 42 people rappel down the side of the Verafin building and have raised $80,000 so far. But their fundraising is open for a couple of more days, and it's all to send athletes to the summer games that they hold, and they're going to be in Gander next year. Now, taking a look at our weather, we do have one tie, no new record set, because our heat has kind of broken here. Bonavista, 29.4, tying the old record. Talking about the weather that is on the way now, some showers for much of the province tonight, cooler temperatures this evening as well, so it'll be a little bit more comfortable as you sleep. Temperatures nearer to where they should be for this time of year. And a sunny Saturday is ahead, especially for eastern Newfoundland, but we could see some showers in some places. Let's take a look at our wind gusts today, because it was a bit gusty here in the east, almost 60 in St. John's, 57 in Twillingate, and 56 in St. Anthony, gusting to almost 50 in Wreckhouse, and about 30 for many other places in the province. Taking a look at our highs today, I don't see 30 here today. Do you? It hasn't been as hot across the province because that heat warning has ended. Into the mid-20s for Central today, and 27 for Bonavista, 25 here in St. John's. A little warmer on the south coast, where it has been traditionally a little cooler over the past week. In Labrador, pretty chilly here on the coast, into the double digits, but just barely. And for Lab West, 27 degrees there. Another warm day for you folks. Taking a look at our satellite radar, some showers moving towards St. John's for this evening. And when we look at the future tracker tonight, what we're going to see is some showers moving into the Lab West area. We've got some pretty clear skies for the rest of Labrador, and some clearing happening here for the west coast. And this is going to push on out, and we're going to have some pretty clear skies in the overnight until we go into tomorrow, but more cloud forming back over as we go into Saturday. This is the nice day for Saturday, but some showers likely in the evening as we go into Sunday morning. Taking a look at our temperatures for tonight, much cooler temperatures, not near 20 like they have been. 13 for St. John's, a possible shower, 11 in through Central, 15 for Port aux Basques being the warm spot there, and some cloudy skies for the west coast for you folks, and for the west coast there as well. Some clouds for the Straits and Cartwright. You could see a shower in Happy Valley, Goose Bay and Nain, and possible thunder and lightning tonight, a risk of a thunder shower in Lab West. Taking a look at our temperatures for tomorrow, our provincial forecast. We've got another lovely day for your Saturday. You can see here for Central and the East, for the most part, we have some sun and clouds for this part of the island here, and some nice warm temperatures here into the mid-20s for the most part, a little cooler for the Southern Avalon. But it's here on the west coast that we pick up the possible shower here. Temperatures still warm in the mid to high 20s for Stephenville and Corner Brook, and 20 for the Northern Peninsula. When we take a look at Labrador now, into the mid 20s for Lab West and Churchill Falls, 22 for Happy Valley, Goose Bay. We could see a shower pretty well right across Labrador here tomorrow. Our temperatures along the coast cooler in the north, into the 20s here for Cartwright and Mary's Harbour, and down into the teens for the Straits for tomorrow. Taking a look at Saturday into Sunday, it looks like we will see some precipitation come across pretty well the whole province, and that means the whole entire province looks like it will see a chance of showers, except for Lab West here. You've got a sun and cloud icon, but still temperatures into the 20s, but we could see a chance of showers. Taking a look at our 5-day now, looking like chance of showers Sunday and Tuesday, temps still into the 20s, pushing 28. Similar trend for central and western Newfoundland. Temperatures still warm, but Monday looking a little cloudy for you folks. As we go on into Labrador, for the east, it looks like we could see a chance of showers. Tuesday's looking nice, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for Lab West looking lovely. Leave you with this. This is Shag Rock. This was taken in Trinity Bay there from Whiteway, and it comes to us from Lisa Piercy. Thank you for this photo, and if you have any more to send, nlphotos@cbc.ca. Time now to bring some special greetings to some very special viewers, starting with Andrew and Mildred Rousel, formerly of Leading Tickles, celebrating 75 years together. That was on July 27th. Happy 55th anniversary to Ruth and George Colburn of Carbonear, who celebrated on the 2nd. That's today. It's 71 years together for Walter and Anna Reed from Norris Point, who celebrate tomorrow. Lou and Roy Kindon of Stephenville celebrated 53 years of marriage on July 31st. Happy 50th anniversary to Bill and Carolyn Brown from your children and grandchildren. Happy anniversary to Selby and Sylvia Moss of Gander, originally from Happy Adventure, who celebrated their 68th wedding anniversary yesterday. Love from your family and friends. Congratulations to Max and Phyllis Kirby of St. John's, celebrating their 61st wedding anniversary yesterday. Happy 55th wedding anniversary to Edward and Elvina Power of Spanish Room. Happy 50th anniversary to Charity and Rich Pickett of Wabush. Love and best wishes from your family. Happy 53rd anniversary to Frank and Genevieve Squire, the best nan and pop in the world, according to Colin, Wesley, Noah, Allie, and Parker. Happy 58th anniversary greetings to Bob and Lorraine Field of Torbay. Happy 50th to Robert and Maxine Fisher, celebrating tomorrow. Happy 63rd anniversary to Gordon and Mabel Byrne, who are celebrating today. Anniversary greetings to Nathan and May Crane, who celebrated their 55th yesterday. Greetings from your 3 children and their families. Harold and Penny Duffett from Catalina, married 63 years. Best wishes from your family and friends. Happy 61st anniversary to Samuel and Marilyn Hollett of Buren Bay Arm. Love from your family. They're going to celebrate tomorrow. Gerald and Alice Wheeler of Corner Brook have their 67th anniversary on Tuesday. Greetings from your relatives and friends. Happy 64th to Milton and Elsie Fudge of Triton, celebrating today. Love from your family. On to our birthdays now. Happy 91st birthday to William Perry of Millertown, now living in Ottawa. Happy birthday to Margaret Dollamont, originally from Bay d'Espoir, who was 92 yesterday. Happy 90th birthday to Evelyn Dix of Grand Bank. She celebrated on July 29th. Happy birthday to Vera Daw Kitty of Little Hearts Ease, who's celebrating her 90th today. Happy birthday to James Strickland of Ramia, 90 years young on the 30th of July. And Joe LeGros, originally from Balleen, now at North Pond Manor in Torbay. He's going to be 90 on Sunday. Love from all your family. Wishing Doug Andrews of St. John's a happy 96th birthday. Lots of love, luck, and happiness on this special day from your family and friends. And I heard you had quite the celebration, sir. Happy 92nd to Shirley Tulk of Shea Heights from your 4 sons and their families. Cheers to 95 years for James Houlihan, formerly of Marisheen Island and Jerseyside, now living in St. John's. Happy birthday to you, sir. Love from all your family and friends. And happy birthday and anniversary to each and every one of you. To the Olympics now, Canada added 3 more bronze medals today at the Paris Olympics, including one in the pool with a photo finish by Kylie Moss in the women's 200-meter backstroke.
Kylie Moss is battling with Bacon for the 3rd medal. It's going to be close.
Moss was swimming in the lane 2 near the top of your screen there, fighting her rival in lane 4. And after the top 2 finishers touched, it was Moss in 3rd by 4/100ths of a second. She's the first Canadian swimmer to reach the podium 3 times in consecutive Olympics. In gymnastics, Sophie-Anne Maytot took the bronze in trampoline 1 day before her birthday. And in tennis, Canadians Gabriela Dabrowski and Felix Auger-Aliassime won bronze in mixed doubles. It's Canada's 2nd tennis medal in Olympic history, the first since 2000. And things aren't just heating up at the Paris Olympics, but back here at home too. There are heat alerts in place in 8 out of 10 Canadian provinces. Most of the southern part of the country will be facing temperatures well into the 30s heading into the weekend. And with the humidity, it'll feel like the 40s. In Western Canada, hot, dry conditions continue to heighten the risk of wildfires. Meanwhile, Newfoundland and Labrador is the only Atlantic province that is not under a heat warning right now, though we were under one for much of this week, as I'm sure you can remember. Well, that is our show for this evening. Thank you so much for spending part of your evening with us. A reminder, Here Now will continue to air in this time slot next week during CBC's coverage of the Summer Games in Paris. So that's 7:30 Island time, a half hour earlier in most parts of Labrador. And to stay up to speed on the latest Olympic news and highlights throughout the weekend, you can download CBC Gem on your phone or your smart TV and tablet. Hope you have a great weekend. That's it for me. Good night.